the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. A huge opportunity for both of these teams to get a boost and find a way to break into the top 25 if they can come out with a victory. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Memphis Tigers offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence looking ahead to next year, David.
And confidence and momentum and just learning how to win. A part of that is a part of the process of being great in the future. And this team, learning how to win, finding ways to get it done, it's only going to build momentum, and hopefully you can carry that over to next season.
So Tulane's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he's making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdowns.
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. Finding open areas. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bohannon. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got a man, it's Bohannon. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking left. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Tulane! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel-type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
The give is to Smith. Running to Green. Turning it on. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Got on a room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Green Wave. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Let's send the tight end in motion. Rides the back on the option, the give. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off play action. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Lewis wants to pass. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Grab near the sticks. It's Turner. Racing down the left side. The 20. He's at the... and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hard running there. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. When you used to be able to make that play years ago, you're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
He's now got 78 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Lewis to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Memphis will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The lone back's got it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Finds his tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. They're testing the right side here. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for space. It's Turner. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Mohannan. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here comes the field goal unit. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Men, we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. The Miami Red Hawks made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing inside this program. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the map.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Smith takes the handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Memphis wants to move quickly. Lewis wants to pass. Here's a heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today.
On to kick it away.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
That's reeled in. It's Turner.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Looks as if he'll have enough to give Memphis a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Nice move there. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Lewis to throw. That's caught. It's Thompson. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Turner. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Turner. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and management. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Lewis wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They keep it on the ground to open the third. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Finding an escape route. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Shoots it to the left. Got his man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. They'll go with a direct snap. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tulane. And the route is on. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The give is to Smith. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Memphis will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the ground. He's got it again. Got it enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. He breaks a tackle.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the key and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to the end zone. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to run it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
All right, you've now tried running the ball down here a couple times. It hasn't worked. What are you going to do on 4th down? You settling for a field goal? Or you've got a play in your back pocket to go get you 6?
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lewis wants to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the 1st. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. This Memphis offense going to work again on 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. He got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Touchdown, Memphis! A great catch and run for 6.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
34, Memphis, 14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Caught in the backfield, it's Reed. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Lewis to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit. And they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? He sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up. And make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Bohannon. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Off play action on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Lewis wants to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down and getting down. The clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Escapes the sack. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw for it. It's complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Memphis picking up the tempo. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Now facing a third and long. Lewis to throw. Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are.